Hello everybody and welcome back to the channel. I don't know how to feel about that game. I hope it's not disappointed you too much. I mean, we deserve to win that game, you know. We absolutely dominated from the get-go against Manchester United. We bullied them, the intensity was better, we played better football, we controlled the game so much, and we didn't really let Manchester United play that game the way they wanted to. They always want the game to go their way, they always want the decision to go all their way, but to me, it was disappointing. I feel the sting. I'm not going to lie, I do feel the sting right now because Scabala and his team have deserved to pick out 3 points or even 6 points against a team who are challenging to get into the Champions League. We shouldn't have drawn 2-2 in the first game and we shouldn't have lost 2-0 today. But I'm the Leeds United Daily. I try to bring out Leeds United content on a regular basis, on a daily basis for you guys, whether that's post-match reactions, transfer news, sackings or whatever. And today we're going to be getting into the match review today. But before we do, make sure you like, comment and subscribe as well. It really does help the channel. We're getting closer and closer to 1.5k, and there will be a giveaway at 1.5k, and then obviously there'll be a bigger giveaway as well at 2k. And obviously, as you can tell by today's title, we are going to be talking about the Leeds United v Manchester United game. And Luke Ayling, he is honestly unbelievable. I've always rated the player, Luke Ayling. I know a lot of Leeds fans or even Leeds pundits have actually come out and said that they didn't want Leeds United to give Luke Ayling a new contract. And to be honest with you, for the last couple of games, he has been outstanding. I don't know what Scabala has said to him. I don't know what they've said to Leeds United in general, but the gameplay, the way we play, the press, the intensity, the way we attack is just on a different level now than, I know it's only been 2 games, but compared to how we were under Jesse Marsch. And this is what I said in my first preview against Manchester United when we drew 2-2. If Jesse Marsch had a system set up a little bit like this, or a structure where we are in a sense hard to break down, and the amount of times I've seen Leeds United go to a 4-5-1 is how Jesse Marsch should have set up, instead of playing the simple 4-2-3-1. I know that's how we set up in the start, but when defending, you could see there was 5 midfielders compact to stop that mid block, to stop any Manchester United attack through the middle, get through. And to me, I felt like Firpo had a fantastic game. Verbo, that towards the end of the first half was very worrying, because obviously in the Premier League you cannot make mistakes like that. And if it was like Ronaldo, or even like if a Bruno Fernandes on form, or even Rashford were going through, I felt like it would be 1-0 to Manchester United. And to me, in that first half, it would have been 1-0 to Manchester United. But at the same time, what a fantastic save with the foot of Meslier. But how? I know I'm going back and forth, but how are we not winning? How was we not winning in that first half? You know, we were so rampant, they just couldn't deal with it. There was bullying the Manchester United players. Then the Manchester United players, like Bruno, he's just a little crybaby, isn't he? He's always in the referee's ear, constantly yapping, and that's the type of player he is. He doesn't like being bullied. He likes to be the bully. But Leeds United came out today being the bullies. They didn't let Manchester United again have much time on the ball. They didn't let Manchester United have any time to play the way they did. They sat back, they let Manchester United come to them, and then we would press. And especially once they got over into our half, that's where I noticed that Leeds United would turn up the tempo. And as well, Bamford had a fantastic game. Jack Harrison again, brilliant player. And I don't understand, like I've always said to you guys, that I don't think Jack Harrison is a number 10. And for the last couple of games under Scabala, I don't know, he's proved me wrong. He's looking good, he's looking sharp, there's that competition, there's that hunger, there's that determination to do well. Fair enough, he may not score a lot of goals, but the things that he does off the ball is a defender's nightmare. Honestly, I don't know, he's just always, I feel like he's an upgrade to Aronson. I feel like them two are similar when it comes to quality. They are similar when it comes to playing style. But I feel like Jack Harrison has always been an upgrade to Brendan Aronson, especially now if we're going to be playing in that number 10. I feel like Aronson has now got some competition, and I feel like Jack Harrison could be the new starter behind Patrick Bamford. But overall, a very, very fantastic first half. It ended 0-0, and we should have been 1-0 up, at least 1-0, because Somerville from about 10 yards out skied it. And the commentators are always giving excuses, aren't they, to players, like, oh, it was a good challenge, or the Marcella, or whatever you want to call him, put him off. But on the highlights, he was 1 second behind Somerville. So it could have made it 1-0. And I was watching the Spurs versus Manchester United women's, and it was in the same position. And Spurs actually scored from that goal from the same position, and Somerville blasted it over. So Leeds United should actually be 1-0 up at half time. But overall, what a fantastic performance. And to me, if Leeds United and Skabala can continue playing this way, who cares if we don't get a new manager right now? Give Skabala and his team a chance, you know? Like, Leeds United are playing so well, and if we can continue playing like that and we can get results against Southampton, results against Everton, then we're going to be fine, you know? But we need to start picking up points now. We've shown our quality against Manchester United within 4 days, which I thought was going to be a different setup. I know Rashford was playing on the left-hand side, and then Sancho was playing on the right hand side, but to me I felt like Weghorst has been very poor again. Robin Koch and Verber kept him quiet. Firpo had a solid game. McKennie and Adams, fantastic partnership. I don't know, I just can't see how, if we're going to be playing like this, I just can't see us going down. So and then obviously in the second half, we set off exactly how we did in the first half. We played the exact same way. We pressed Manchester United to make mistakes. We never let them have any control of the ball, and I guess we were just better through and through. Like even the commentator said, it didn't look like Leeds United were trying to fight for relegation. It looked like Leeds United were more so fighting for the top six, and I kind of agree with him, because how can we go from playing like we did under Jesse Marsch to these last couple of games? I mean, it ended 2-0 to Manchester United. I'm very disappointed with how it ended, because yet again we were the better side. We just couldn't score, we couldn't put the chances away, and Somerville in the first half should have scored that. I'm really upset with that. But it is what it is. We've got to move on now. It's going to sting for a little bit. It's going to sting for a couple of days. But now we've got Southampton, we've got Everton, or Everton and Southampton, whichever comes first. And we've got to be proud, you know. Skabala's the under-21s manager. Chris Armas is, in a sense, he came from Manchester United and he got thrown into the deep end again against Manchester United. And with how we've played, where we've set up in the last couple of days, like I think 4 days, wasn't it, apart from each other, and Leeds United were better in both teams. I thought Manchester United was starting to pick up the tempo. The more and more the game went on to be 0-0, I felt like Manchester United were going to eventually score, and that's what happened. And in a sense, it was just lack of, like, I don't know, they just fell asleep a little bit. Give Rashford for the first goal, give Rashford for a little bit of space, another free header by Rashford, and then obviously they went on to score the second goal by Nacho, which was a brilliant finish, front post and off the post, and it was 2-0. And obviously Weghorst scored but offside, and then Rashford scored and he was offside. So Leeds United didn't deserve to have conceded 4 goals in that game. We deserved to at least have got at least a point again, I do believe. And overall I am kind of a bit upset and disappointed with how the outcome is, but like I said, we've got to move on now. Hopefully if the new manager comes in, or even Skabala gets the chance to prove himself again against Southampton or against Everton, I'd be happy with that. But overall, we should be proud of the lads. We, in a sense, matched them from 90 minutes, from the get-go to the end of the whistle. We matched a team who was fighting for the Champions League, you know, so we've got to be proud. Luke Ayling did fantastic. I felt like Junior Firpo did well. There was a couple of occasions where I actually liked Junior Firpo going forward. Like, he looked very composed going forward, a couple of key passes, what Pascal Struijk wouldn't do. So if he continues to perform, hopefully he can continue proving everybody wrong and proving myself wrong, that he deserves that first team spot at left back. And we just, like I said, I guess we just go again. It's a bit of a stinging situation. Rashford's on form now, 8 goals in 9 appearances. So it's nice to see an Englishman performing to his best. But overall, like I said, we go again. We move on, and hopefully there's some good news, whether we stick with Skabala, whether we get a new manager in. But anyway, it is what it is. Leeds United is still a point above the relegation zone, I believe, but we go again next week. But anyway, guys, thank you so much. Leave in the comments down below what are your thoughts of this game. Are you disappointed? Are you upset? Are you confident about the next couple of games? Obviously, we need a must-win game. Like, there's no doubt about it now. I mean, it would have been all right to play Southampton when Jones was still in charge, but obviously, unfortunately, he got sacked. So it's gonna be different, you know. It's gonna be different because, I mean, it's the same situation with Leeds United. Everybody wanted to play us. And now looking at it with a manager change, it looks like we're going to be a different force under Scabala or a different manager. But comment down below your thoughts. Hopefully we'll get all the 6 points against Everton and Southampton. But anyway, guys, thank you so much for watching, and I'll see you tomorrow. Peace.